Let's have a look at this cycle to understand why cash credit is important. Let's say you have some cash today and you are going to use that cash for purchasing raw materials. Okay, but when you purchase raw materials, you will not purchase raw material only for your 1 day requirement. That would actually meet at least for next say 3 or 5 days or even sometimes a month requirement of raw material. So once you have purchased so much of raw material, you would start consuming them for production process, and your production process can be a simple process, just 1 or 2 days, or it can be a very complicated process, maybe spanning up to 10 to 15 days. Okay, so once the production is done or once the production is completed, we get the finished goods. But it is not necessary that all finished goods would get sold on the same day, because you have to keep them on display, you have to identify buyers, you have to do aggressive marketing, many things are involved. So these finished goods may not get sold to the customers on the same day. It may take some time. Let's say after some time you are finding customers, you are selling those products to them. But again, it is not necessary that they should pay you cash immediately, because they may be interested in buying those products only on credit, or only a fraction of customers or only a few percentage of customers will be paying in cash, but the majority would be preferring for credit. Okay, so only after that credit period the cash is going to come back. So if I try to give some number for all this, let's say the cash is used for purchasing raw materials, and you are going to purchase raw material for meeting your next 30 days of requirement. After 30 days, these raw materials are taken into production, and let's say the production process is another 15 days. It means for next 45 days you cannot expect the cash what you have invested in the purchase of raw materials and in the production process. But after 45 days, of course, it is going to become finished goods, but it is not going to get sold immediately. It has to be kept in display. It will be in godown. Let's say it's going to take another 15 days to identify a customer and sell. And let's say on the 60th day exactly you are selling to a customer, but those customers are not going to pay you immediately. They are going to take another 30 days time to pay you back. It means the cash what you have invested now, it will complete its cycle and it will come back to you after a total of 90 days. So this 90 days is what we call as cash cycle or operating cycle or working capital cycle. So this working capital cycle is going to influence the cash credit. Okay. Now let me put it in a different form. The cash what you have used for purchasing raw material. Then from raw material, this has gone into production work in progress. From work in progress, it has gone to finished goods, or it had become finished goods. Then that was sold to customers. Then eventually the cash comes back. So if you want to get cash, you have to wait for this entire process to get completed. But just imagine someone is going to give you money after you purchase raw materials. Originally you had money, that money was invested in raw material. It means you don't have any other cash, and if you want to cash, you want this cycle to be completed. But just imagine if someone is going to give you cash after you purchase raw material, if someone is going to give you cash after you have invested in production process, someone is going to give you cash for the money that is logged in finished goods, someone is going to give you cash for the money that is logged with customers. So who is that someone? Who are going to give you money for all this? Let's understand that from this chart. Basically, you have logged your money in various forms of assets. That is raw material, work in progress, finished goods, and the money logged with customers as debtors. So all these assets would be collectively called as current assets. So these current assets, fundamentally, they should be funded by the owners, because they are the people who are responsible for the business. But owners can't fund all, so owners would be seeking the help of some outside creditors, suppliers, because you can purchase the raw material on credit. Raw material is a current asset, so they are funding the purchase of raw material. Actually, they are funding your current assets. You can also get the support of various creditors, because the salary what you pay to the employees are not on a daily basis. You are going to pay them on month end. The power bill, the fuel bill, everything you are going to pay it only in the month end. It means you are getting a credit. So your current assets have been funded by owners, suppliers, creditors, and finally bankers are going to step in. So bankers would step in either of these product model, that is one is cash credit and the other one is overdraft. Okay, so we are going to understand how this cash credit or overdraft mechanism is going to work in the